As we take another check here out across Columbia, it is 10:51, and we're going to be getting temperatures that are just nice and mild. Everything with the setup as we're continuing on and on into tomorrow morning doesn't really change up much for you. Let's take a look right now. We see and roll out the mid-60s, Columbia, Sumter, Winnsboro, Camden, and Orangeburg, all around 65. Guess what? The rest of you out there aren't going to be seeing many differences. We're going to be just seeing a lot of this. More of that clearing that is continuing to fade to clouds, and this all tracks its way in. We're going to be getting that good bit of rain tomorrow morning, but at least it's going to be short-lived. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And of course, another positive is it's not really attributing to our flood situation where, of course, some rivers have been a bit high. Areas that live close to riverbanks a little bit more prone to some partial flooding. It's not going to be, of course, really adding to that in a big effect. But of course, it's still going to be there, and it's just not something you can ignore. As we get at it, it is going to be a damp start for that Friday regardless, even though it's not going to be a vast amount of rain. But let's see how this all plays out for us. As we get colder air popping in on the back edge of that, and sunshine, welcome in for the weekend. It is going to be a beautiful start there. Let's see how it progresses for you, though. Going on to the futurecast, we continue to see in the way of rain, more of the upstate getting this just because it's going to be there earlier, still holding on to some downpour potential. But watch this. As it gets further into South Carolina, it really dissipates fast, especially by the time it gets in the Midlands. Stop it right there. Even 8 o'clock. Relatively drier, especially for those out towards the east. And that's going to be the thing. It's not even really towards our eastern viewing area yet, other than some patchy drizzle. Here you go, though, getting towards that really sweet spot of 10 a.m. to noonish. It looks to be a good time when more of this will be into Columbia and then pushing further towards the east. But watch this. By the time we get to 4 or 5 o'clock, see you later rain. It's going to be all high pressure moving in fast. And that's going to be helping to mitigate, to just really just de-intensify this because of the dry air that wants to come in, and it's going to very fast. It just comes along with some cooler conditions and some gustier winds. They'll be there for a brief stint. By the time we get into the early morning hours of Saturday, it's going to be a frostier start. We're going to be seeing winds working to die down. A lot of the low temperatures, though, will be near that freezing mark. Patchy frost will be possible, and then as we go on through that day, sunshine really works its magic, gets those high temps at least to 60, so we get away from the chills. We'll see some 30s again Sunday night, or Saturday night to Sunday, but even though clouds move in, we'll start to see winds switching up again, more of a southerly breeze. You know what happens. Temperatures on the rise. 64 for tonight. Good average low temperature. It is mild. It's not going to be really changed up that much by the time we get to the early morning hours of your Friday. We see those rain chances spike a bit more. And it's just really going to be that sweet spot, 10 to noon. It looks to be right there for the middle of the Midlands. And then late into the afternoon, things drastically drop off. Cooler air rushes in. That's when we get that chilly night in store. And that's where we get a beautiful day and set up for Saturday. It's going to be nice and dry, nice and sunny, high near 60. So you can enjoy that day. And then if you're waiting for more warmth to return, fear not, it's coming back middle of next week.